Okay, so back in the kitchen we are. So what I've done, since the last video, completed quite a bit. There's quite a bit that we've carried on with. So you can see we fixed the the wall and the cottage in place, along with the barn. I've also painted. We've got some addition of some horses, so I've just put the horses in there because what it is, I've set the layout up because the club that I belong to, they have asked for some photos for inclusion on the website. So I might put details of the website on the bottom of the link on the page. So you can see we started painting that. I need to blend that in a little bit more because that's quite dark, and the back scene is quite lighter green. It's quite a brighter green, so I may need to blend that in a little bit more, but that's not a problem. We can do that with a bit of paint. I've also put up the fence, so you can see we've got the fence all the way along here. Again, I've put the fence in here, so this is for separation of the field and the farmers' bits and pieces. We've also started adding some grass in there, so again I've just done a bit of an experiment. This is again scatter, very similar to what we saw on the grass bank on the hill, but what I've done is I've put some powdered dry earth weathering powder on it, so it looks less garish and looks quite muddy, sort of thing, dried mud. Also, I don't know whether that's going to work or not, but that's supposed to look like tyre tracks going onto the field. Okay, so moving along, we've still got the fence in here, so this is all nicely fixed in now, so that blends in nicely with the other side. So this is one side, this is one baseboard, and this is the other, so you can see the gap down there. We've also got the farmer's mini, so the farmer's got his mini on the board, along with the outbuildings, and I've also made a wall here to separate that side from this side. So one of the things I might do here, I may cut this out and make it into a gully, so it'll be a ditch with possibly a little bit of water in there, maybe, and maybe like a little brick arch gutter type thing either end. Not sure yet. Again, that's my plan in my head. Whether or not it works, I don't know. So whilst we're here, so I've set the layout up in pretty much its entirety. The only thing I can't find is I've put the signal box somewhere. I've built a signal box and I cannot for the life of me remember where I've put it. So that is somewhere in the house, somewhere in the shed. I've got to find that. So as you can see, if we start at one end, it does look quite nice now that everything is on there, and there's a bit of population on there. It looks quite good. So you can see in the cattle dock we've got some sheep, and we've also got the cattle truck for loading them up. We've got the coal scene with a truck in there. There's a van down the back there, a lorry down the back there. The farmer's got his livestock transporter there. That is going to get weathered because that looks very bright. So moving around, so we've put all the fences onto the actual layout itself, and also along here we can see we've got the station building with the odd sign, so you can see we've got a sign for Coleman's Mustard there. So we've got a couple of trains on there as well for looking at. Moving back down towards this way, so we can see we've put the engine shed on, so the engine shed's got an engine in there, and we also have the goods shed with a brewery wagon hanging out the back of it. Okay, so back scenes are on. Again, still not screwed them on yet. Not brave enough to do that yet. And the grass bank you've seen already. So we're just going to do a slow pan along so you can have a good look at what we've got on the layout, because I think it looks quite nice up to this point. I'm really quite pleased with it. So there we go. So again, I will post another video when we've done more on the layout, and speak to you soon.